Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about postpartum hair loss, what I've done, all the steps, all the things that I've done to really help restore my hair, and honestly I feel like I've regrown better hair than I had before pregnancy. My hair now is thicker and fuller at the roots. If your scalp is not super visible and your hair looks full at the roots, that's always key of a happy, healthy scalp. So with proper scalp care, your hair is going to grow in the best environment, creating the thickest, most beautiful hair your scalp can produce. And I finally feel that I'm in a place where I'm happy and comfortable with my hair again. We know that with postpartum comes the postpartum hair loss, and I feel like a part of it is really just inevitable. It's just your hormones shifting and changing. So after having lived it myself, here are my 5 tips on how you can better your hair and prevent future hair loss. All right, the first one I'm going to talk about is chemical services. While your hair is going through this transition and almost healing stage and you're figuring out what works for you or what is going to work for you in your hair, the number one thing that I would definitely suggest is to stay away from as many chemical services as you can. So that includes bleaching. If you have to color your hair, that's fine. If you're doing just a regular routine kind of touch-up, obviously you want to also feel good, and because you're already going through these changes, you definitely want to love your hair, and obviously color is a big part of that. So you can definitely continue to color your hair, but this is not a time to say go platinum blonde or do something that is going to take a lot of harsh processing on your hair. Definitely want to eliminate that or minimize this during this stage. The next thing you want to do, this is the easiest kind of step you can do, is to use a shampoo and conditioner that is treating the hair issue that you're dealing with. If hair loss is what you're dealing with, something that is going to really treat the scalp is what you need. Something hydrating, something that really protects the hair you currently do have to really maintain the health of the hair you have, while also nourishing and protecting the scalp to ensure better quality hair growth later. And while talking about nourishing the scalp, my next tool has been incredibly helpful in getting my hair and scalp back to a state of thriving again. My next tip is the Ladora tool, which has helped my hair tremendously. In all of these tips, this is probably one of the ones that I feel like has made one of the biggest differences. And when I heard about it, I definitely did a deep dive in learning about it through what dermatologists had to say about it, because the scalp is a part of the hair that needs to be treated more like skin than traditionally the products that we're used to treating our hair with. And I feel like there's been a lot of advancements and a lot of more information with skin products. And so I love that scalp care is going in that direction. So learning from other dermatologists and what they really thought of the actual ingredients in the pods, because this really is a multi-result system. So first of all, you get these infused pods that you place in the tool. The Booster Elixir Pod is a water-based hair densifying serum formulated with a complex of peptides, niacinamides, caffeine, ginseng root, and tea tree leaf extracts to boost cell renewal to target multiple root hair thinning causes. They've got these little rotating kind of beads at the end here that slowly and very carefully disperse the product as it's massaging your scalp. So if I just rub my finger on it, I get very little product. And the beauty in that is there's no way that you can apply a product to your scalp that evenly and that carefully, because you would just apply a ton of product and not necessarily get deep into the scalp. So not only does this give you an amazing scalp massage, you get benefits from the Boost Pod, and there's also red light therapy. We all know what red light therapy does for the skin, and I love that there are all these apparatuses that you can use to really, really help your skin at home. And now we have something that also gives those same benefits, but to the scalp. So it gives you a warming, a vibrating massage to the scalp while delivering this super nourishing product to the scalp. One of the big benefits to using this tool is because it feels like such a spa experience and it just feels so lovely, you're going to be more in tune to do it more often. And that's like a key thing that I don't think we really talk about, but having a step in your hair routine that actually feels nice, obviously you're gonna be prone to do it more often. This doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like an absolute treat in my day. And the other day I woke up with a terrible migraine. And as I was grabbing my brush to just brush out my hair, I saw the Ladora tool and I was like, that is exactly what I need. And I do have to say it helps. It's not geared towards migraines, but I just have to say that's just how nice it felt and how easily I gravitate towards this tool. So since my postpartum hair loss a couple of months ago, I have a ton of new hair growth. And I've gotten this question a lot, and this is a very good question, is how do you know when you have shorter hairs, how do you know the difference between breakage and actual new hair growth? And it's the way your ends feel. As you grab your hair from root to ends, if your ends feel almost like thicker than the rest of that chunk of hair and it feels kind of unruly and almost like tingly at the ends, that is breakage. Whereas new growth, it just feels really smooth, like a brand new baby hair. And that's what I kind of have all over my scalp. And obviously seeing your own result is a key part in wanting to continue to use the tool, but also understanding scientifically how this actually works and how it's combining all of these benefits together to really bring you the absolute most beneficial experience that you can really do for your scalp at home. I also like that the tool is compact. I went on a short trip recently and I brought it with me. This was too big and bulky. I probably wouldn't be in tune to bring it with me, but because it is so compact and I've actually seen a ton of results, I am very attached to this tool. The Ladora is a 4-in-1 device. It uses red light therapy, microcurrent stimulation, giving a warm scalp massage. Most importantly, the Elixir Pod delivery system is an all-in-one system to promote stronger and visibly fuller looking hair from the comfort of your home. This duo delivers therapeutic light energy through red LED to your follicles to energize and revitalize while promoting healthy hair growth and elasticity. The microcurrent stimulation is a gentle microcurrent energy to stimulate dormant hair follicles and lengthen the hair growth phase of hair. So as a hairdresser, we understand the different hair growth stages, and there is one part that is dedicated to hair growth. And if we can extend that portion of that phase, you obviously get thicker, fuller hair, which is what happens during pregnancy. So if we can stimulate that to happen again postpartum, you get this wonderful head of hair back once again. And because of how these tips disperse the product so evenly and so gently onto the scalp, the beauty of this is you can do the scalp massage after your hair is styled. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've like styled and I was like, oh, I should have done that. You can do it and your hair is not going to look greasy at the roots. It's not going to mess up your style. So this isn't one of those things that you can only do when you're about to get into bed or something like that. Although that's one of my favorite times to use it. So click the link below to shop Ladora and use my code Sylvie15 for 15% off. Another thing you want to do is trim your hair during this stage. I always talk about in a lot of my videos that this is something that can just help your hair so much, but especially during this stage where you are looking to grow fresh new hair, but at the same time, you definitely want to protect the hair you do have. That is one thing that I definitely felt when I was deep in that postpartum hair loss stage. I just really wanted to hang on to the hair that I did have and really protect it, nourish it. And that's something that I feel like we only tend to focus on the hair that we're losing, but it's very important to also nourish the hair that is still there so that at least that looks its tip top that it can. All right, and then the last tip I have for you in growing and restoring your hair back to normal is do not start washing your hair less. This is something I always noticed in the salon. Anyone with a hair loss issue, they will tend to wash their hair less because they can't stand to see the hair falling out. And one of the reasons for this is actually washing your hair less often, you're only accumulating more days of hair loss essentially, and then seeing that bigger clump is actually kind of worse for you. And another reason to wash your hair a little more often is to eliminate debris at the scalp, to really keep the follicles clear for free hair growth. You just want to encourage like the most healthy, natural scalp environment for new hair to grow. Another thing within this tip is oiling the scalp. This can be so beneficial. It just added nutrients to the scalp to really stimulate new hair growth. One of my favorites is just pure argan oil. There's a lot of variations of that out there, but a good quality sourced argan oil is going to be great. So just applying a little bit on the scalp, massaging it through. You can do this before you wash your hair. You can also do it on cleansed hair by applying a smaller amount and really massaging it through to really stimulate the follicles. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you, Ladora, for sponsoring a portion of this video. To check out the Ladora tool, check out my link in the description box. And if you're going through any hair loss issue or you just want to see thicker, fuller hair, restore your hair back to health, I definitely recommend you trying the Ladora tool. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.